The traditional ways of getting financial advice are not the only avenues for getting expert opinions anymore. A Bankrate survey finds almost a third of Americans, 30% of us, are actually turning to social media for important money matters. But just like any advice you get online, is it trustworthy? Bankrate investing analyst James Royal is with us now to share more about this study and what us consumers need to know before we follow advice from someone we find while we're just scrolling our feeds. Great to have you with us. Yes, so Bankrate's data finds 30% of Americans turn to social media in 2023 for financial advice. What are some of the top questions or topics that they're looking to get answers about?
A lot of this has to do with people turning to just get basic money advice, how to invest, how to build money, how to build wealth. So a lot of the questions surrounding really how to get rich, but as well, how to buy that house, how to effectively use a bank account or that credit card, any of these financial matters that we routinely would like to optimize in our own lives.
And are you saying maybe these are younger adults falling for the non-credible or just questionable advice?
It tends to be younger Americans who are searching out financial advice on social media. And that can be for a variety of reasons. That might be because it's cheaper than accessing the most qualified sources that people have. For example, a typical human financial advisor. So that social media can offer a good, cheap solution sometimes, but it has the potential to really be risky, and you're not always sure of the quality of the advice that you're getting. So, younger Americans in particular, who may not know the ropes as well as some older Americans, want to be particularly careful if they're turning to social media exclusively.
Yeah, and your research, some of it says that these influencers try to get you hooked. They try to ask you to maybe invest in their cryptocurrency. So you have to do your due diligence to make sure that these are credible people, just like in the news, find those good sources. So how do we determine what's good versus bad advice?
Well, one of the biggest things is you really need to look at the expertise of the individual providing that advice. I mean, really, literally anybody could go onto social media, claim to be an expert. Maybe they buy followers so that they look like they're a well-followed and credible source. But you really need to check the expertise behind that individual. Who is it in real life? Do they have the expertise and the credentials to provide you this quality, high quality advice? So that's one great thing you need to do with social media. But another is simply turning to high quality sites that offer advice, expertise from credentialed writers and advisors, places like Bankrate that can provide that good general advice for individuals and help them get the advice that they need to build wealth and handle their finances effectively.
Yeah, what are some of those credentials we should look for?
Well, if you're working with an individual advisor, one of the best is a Certified Financial Planner Certificate, a CFP. And these are individuals who are tasked with working in the client's best interest. They're fiduciaries. So their job is always to provide the best advice for you and not for them. And really one of the best things you can do as an individual is look for those CFPs who are fee only, so that you're paying them. And it's, that old saying, he who pays the piper calls the tune. If you're paying them, you're aligning them with your own needs. And so that's a great place for individuals who have the money to access the very best financial advice for them and in their situation.
All right, great information and good advice as we are always, scrolling through our feeds. You got to make sure you know what's fact and what might be fiction. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.